Hello, my name is Rebecca Flores Amado, and welcome to the show. With me today is Gloria Lopez Cepeda, the Public Relations Officer of the Puerto Rican Cultural and Festival Parade of Rhode Island, and she is also the Public Relations Officer. She is also the president of the Leukemia Center for the Orillas, which is an Afro-Cuban and Puerto Rican cultural center. Welcome, Gloria, and with her is her husband, Master Folklore, Roberto Cepeda, son of Don Rafael Cepeda. And they are here both to talk about the Puerto Rican culture, the African-Cuban culture, the Puerto Rican Parade of Rhode Island. So, Gloria, tell me, what exactly is, you started off being a public relations officer, okay? And now you are also the founder of the Puerto Rican Miss Beauty Pageant. You want to tell us a little bit about the organization?
The Puerto Rican Cultural Festival and Parade of Rhode Island, it was founded 25 years ago when a group of Puerto Ricans got together, business owners and community members, leaders and politicians, and they got together and they decided back then that we needed to get together and have a center, a house where we can welcome other Puerto Rican community back then, and where we could show our heritage, where we could show our culture, get together, eat our food, and listen to our music, have programs for our kids. And it was, I believe it was 10 of them, and they got together and they founded, and I was one of the founders back then, of what we called back then Casa Puerto Rico. And this is how the parade and the festival was part of that Casa Puerto Rico, a celebration to the heritage and a big fiesta for the Puerto Rican community, where we can show the other communities in the state of Rhode Island what is Puerto Rico is all about. We happy, we like fiestas, and we like our carnivals, and we like every other island, I believe, to show them that we do have our own culture. Even though we're part of the United States, we are very attached to our Caribbean island cultures and customs and traditions.
Tell us about, how does the Afro-Cuban culture, come in? Is that, there are African-Cubans in Puerto Rico. How did that, talk to me a little bit about it, because you're wearing the costume, both of you.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about that tradition.
We represent the black side of the Puerto Rican. In Cuba and Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, all the Antilles and all the islands, and we are a mix of three cultures: the Indian, Taino Indians, the African culture, where our ancestors come from, and in the Spain.
Spaniards.
So the mix of those three cultures is what makes us so rich in music, in art, and in different expressions and different ways of representing ourselves, and we represent that part, that African-based tradition in the Caribbean. And Leukemia Center and our participation in that Cuban roots come because I am initiated in the African Cuban-based religion for a long time. I represent the United States in the Yoruba Cultural Association in La Habana, Cuba. And I dedicated myself to learn more about this tradition, the music. I studied very hard for a lot of years, and I go to Cuba every year. And I go to conference and to learn more about it. So it's so similar to the culture, to the African-based culture of Puerto Rico. We also have some of that Afro-Cuban tradition and that comes from the Yoruba people from Nigeria and different other parts of Africa in Puerto Rico. So we get together and we do the drumming and the singing and the customs and the colors and all the celebrations that we do. And those two islands in particular, including part of the Dominican Republic as well, have part of that, are so similar in that part of the culture that, but I started studying the Cuban culture 15 years ago when I got initiated in their religion.
Now, from my understanding, Puerto Rico was one huge island, And because of the sensitivity of the island, it's split into three. Am I correct? One portion going towards where Dominican Republic is now, not far from Haiti,